Hello and welcome to an itemization guide. One of the key issues I see with people who play this game is that they build the exact same items in the exact same order every single game, regardless of their own or the enemy team comp. Also, I see many people asking, what items should I build or what do I build to counter a certain champion? And that's why in this video I'll do an in-depth explanation of the items, what they do and what to build based on the enemy team comp. Also, I found an exploit that lets you keep all your items but allows you to take two different boot items at the same time. So keep watching if you don't want to miss out on that. Okay, before the video goes on, this is the first time I'm doing this on this channel. I just want to ask you to subscribe. It's free. You can change your mind if you want. It only takes a couple seconds and it would mean a lot to me. Countering Zed guide is coming out soon, so if you don't want to miss out on that, you can hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified as soon as that comes out. First of all, we're going to go over basic itemization concepts that you'll need to be familiar with. First of all, I'll be going over itemization to counter the enemy team. It's important to sometimes adjust your build according to the enemy team comp and to counter them. AD or attack damage means that the champion relies on auto attacks, while AP or ability power means that the champion relies on their abilities to deal damage. When playing against team comps that are mostly reliant on AD, it's important to build armor such as building Thornmail or Ninja's Tabbies. You can build armor if you're laning against an assassin such as Zed, while if the enemies are mostly AP, it's important to build MR such as Merc Treads. You can build according to the people who are fed on the enemy team comp, such as if an AD champ is fed, building armor wouldn't be such a bad idea. Next, while building your exact build is not that particularly bad, it is important to know why you are building each item and understand the goal behind each of them. Each item in a build is there for a specific reason, and if it is not needed, then there's no need to buy that item. For example, many of the mage default builds includes Morlonomicon, which gives grievous wounds that reduce enemy healing. However, I see many times where the enemy team comp has no healing whatsoever or vamp, yet my teammate still buys this item with its passive being absolutely useless. This is very inefficient as this item is not cost efficient without its passive, and other items could be much more useful, such as Void Staff with its magic penetration. Conversely, sometimes I see the enemy team comps with Soraka as well as other champions with lots of vamp. However, no one builds Morlonomicon or Executioner's Calling, both of which apply grievous wounds. It's important to itemize and build correctly to counter enemy team comps and to build to the strengths of your own team. Okay, tanks are usually the ones who change their builds up most. You want to change Spirit Visage with Thornmail against most AD champs, and vice versa against AP. If a team is evenly split in AD and AP, then taking more max health is always helpful. Also, consider building Randuin's Omen against champs who rely on crits, such as Yasuo. This item is extremely broken against them and should always be considered. For the carry champs, you want to adjust your build to include Executioner's Calling if you are laning against someone with lots of healing such as Soraka. You can also consider buying Maw against team comps with lots of AP. Even if it isn't the most efficient item usually, it can be really helpful against those kind of team comps. If there's a fed assassin such as Zed or Fizz on the enemy team comp, then taking an item like Zanya's or Guardian Angel isn't such a bad idea. Core items. For some champions, there are such things as core items that synergize really well with the champion that you play. For example, Akali with her Hextech Gunblade, or buying Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer for almost any crit AD carry. These items you'll need to build in every game because they are necessary to play your champion efficiently and effectively. However, that's not to say you can delay some of your core items to buy other situational items. One major difference between League of Legends on the PC and on mobile is the boot items. In every game, you should build a boot items and an enchant on the item. Both the enchant and the boot matters a lot. The ninja tabbies give armor for playing against AD, and Merc Shreds both MR and tenacity, which means resist to CC. Next, Lucidity boots reduce your cooldowns for your skills, while the Swift boots, even though I would almost never recommend them, but they give you a bit of extra move speed. Lastly, the Gluttonous boots give you extra physical vamp. On top, you can buy an enchantment. Most people like buying Zanya's, which is fine, but not always an extremely efficient item. For example, if the enemy AD carries fed, and you press that Zanya's button when they're near you, then you're definitely gonna die right after the active goes away. The enemy team can just CC you and you're straight up dead. However, I still see people buying Zanya's when the enemy team comp has full AD, and it's really annoying. Other items that you can consider buying instead include the Quicksilver enchant, which is 500 gold cheaper and has an active that dispels all CC, as well as a 50% move speed boost for 1.5 seconds. This item is much better against team comps with lots of CC because the cooldown is 2 times shorter, as well as giving you a move speed boost to help catch champions that you cannot with Zanya's. However, Zanya also immunes all damage and can help you turret dive and play a lot more aggressively. It also helps a ton against assassins. You also want to consider Proto Belt, which gives a dash as well as a little bit of burst. This has a 60-second cooldown and usually is used for chasing enemies. Another enchant that you always want to consider is Teleport, which is the most expensive enchant, but also allows you to teleport across the map to quickly join skirmishes and team fights. Okay, time for the exploit that I found. It's buying Teleport, and then while you're teleporting out of base, you can quickly buy a different enchant. If you do this in the 3.5 seconds that you're teleporting in, you'll be able to both teleport and have a second enchant. You can do this when you have lots of gold stashed up late game and you want to get across the map quicker. But try only doing this in late game when you have already completed your build, and practice this a couple times because it takes some speedy fingers to pull off. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this itemization guide and that it was helpful for you. If you have any questions about certain items or certain situations, leave it in the comments and I will try to get to you. Also, the Countering Zed guide is coming out soon, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. Also, I would really appreciate if you would like the video and share it to anyone you know who doesn't know how to itemize. If you want more guides on general topics like this, such as wave management or a warding guide, leave that in the comments down below. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye.